We about to get into chapter 2 of Esther, okay? You already know what happened in chapter 1. Queen Vashti got the boot. King Xerxes, he cooled off, but, not for long. Once that liquor wore off, reality hit, his queen was gone. His advisors realized he was low-key depressed, you know what I'm saying? So they come up with a plan. King, let's throw a royal beauty contest, We'll find the most beautiful girls in all the provinces that you own. Bring them to the palace and let you choose a new queen. Now, this ain't no small pageant. This is the biggest search in the world. We talking about Persia to Ethiopia, all right? It's like an episode of Bachelor, the first reality show, Flavor of Love or something like that. Every province sent their finest, best, most feminine women and virgins at that. Now, here's where the story gets divine. There's this Jewish man named Mordecai from the tribe of Benjamin living in Susa, the capital city. He had been taken there when Jerusalem was conquered. Mordecai was raising his cousin Hadassah, who we now know as Esther, okay? Now, Esther was an orphan. No parents, no status, no power, but God had given her, a little glow. She had something about her, like that intangible thing that when you see it, you know it, right? Not the loud kind of beauty, but the kind that made people stop mid-sentence, kind of breathtaking in a way. So when the king's order went out to gather all the beautiful young women, Esther got swept up too. Mordecai told her, don't tell anybody you Jewish because we got to keep that between us. He was protecting her because being Hebrew in that empire could get you canceled or worse. You know what I'm saying? So when she arrived at the palace, she caught the attention of Hegai, the head eunuch in charge of all the women. Now, y'all know what a eunuch is? Fellas, close your ears. This gonna hurt, all right? A eunuch is a dude that got his manhood, castrated.
What?
Now, in my summation, Hegai probably was a little saucy, you know what I'm saying? Dude immediately saw something different in her, so he made sure he got the best room, the best beauty treatments, like she was at the Mac counter or something like that, and special food, He even gave her 7 assistants to serve her, making sure she was tip-top shape. These women had to go through a full year of beauty prep, even meeting the king, all right? A full year. This is not just something that was like one weekend, bring all the women in, and he make his pick, and then that's it. So she had 6 months soaking in oils, 6 months with perfumes, cosmetics. Imagine 12 months of self-care just for one night with Xerxes, okay? Now, Esther wasn't there to outshine anybody. She was humble. She was cool. She was laid back, not one of them women that like to flaunt it. You know what I'm saying? Very subdued, chill kind of woman, right? She moved with wisdom. She listened to advice. Now, when it came time for her to meet the king, she didn't overdo it. Now, that means some of them women were prancing around, switching, trying to show off the curves. Who knows, right? But Esther only wore what Hegai suggested. That's how you know. She had discernment. She didn't need to try too hard. She knew her worth. And when she walked into that room, when she walked into that throne room, game over, all right? King Xerxes was instantly captivated. The Bible says he loved Esther more than all the others, all right? So he placed the royal crown on her head and made her the queen instead of Vashti. So then came the celebration, the Feast of Esther. The king threw another huge party. Clearly he loved partying. Handed out gifts and declared a holiday across all the provinces, okay? So check this out. While all this was going on, Mordecai, the man who raised her, he was chilling near the palace gates. One day he overhears 2 guards plotting to assassinate the king. Now, I want you to remember this fact for later on in the chapters to come, all right? It's going to be very important. Mordecai tells Esther. Esther then reports it to Xerxes in Mordecai's name. And the whole thing gets investigated. The plot was real, and the guards was executed. He wasn't playing that. Got snakes in the grass, you got to cut it, right? Now, they wrote this incident down in the king's record book like a footnote nobody paid attention to. But later, once again, that little detail will literally save a few lives. So we're going to pause right there. Esther went from an orphan girl with no name to a queen with influence. And she didn't get there by scheming or selling herself. And she got there by being faithful, humble, and obedient to the people God placed around her. Now, that's how divine promotion works. God doesn't just bless your glow up, He designs it. All right? We'll see y'all in the next video tomorrow, part 3 and part 4, or chapter 3 and 4 of Esther. It's your boy Carl Anthony. We locked in. Peace.